ho, what's up? Hey man, Saturday afternoon here in Florida. Still hot weather, man, a little bit cooler in the mornings. Got a little extra time, man. I want to show you guys some records. I showed y'all the new stuff the other day on that video, but got some other stuff I've got in over the last several weeks, maybe a month, that I think is well worth your time, man. The first one I want to show you guys, playing in the background, you can probably stand a little bit of volume. Oh yeah. Check it out, man. Ritual Fog, But Merely Flesh, 2024 release on Transcending Obscurity. Check out that Juanjo Castellano art there on the front. I hope I say that right, because I sure enjoy saying it the way I say it, but it may not be the right way. Absolutely killer stuff. I was talking about, I'm not talking about, comes with a sticker. I was talking to my man Classy Lonnie the other day via the internet, and I was telling him that I would love to have a copy of this, but you know, to get it from Transcending was expensive and I couldn't find it. But he told me that the band actually had some on Discogs, so I went to Discogs and got me a copy from Mr. Ian Yonkin, I think is the way you say his name, the guitarist and the vocalist that you hear in the background. Absolutely killer stuff, man. Memphis, Tennessee death metal. You hear that shouty vocal that's so good. The boys have been at it since 2021. Had a split with Piss Rock back in 22. EP called Visions of Blasphemy. Then this. They actually got a new split coming out. I think it's coming out on Iron Fortress with some boys from Jacksonville, Florida, right down the road from me. Chaos Relic, which are a fantastic band, man. 3/4 of this band, 3 out of 4 guys, are actually in a band called Excavate, which is a Maggot Stomp band. Ian was kind enough to sign this bad boy for me, and I got number 160 out of 250. I'm not sure if he still has some, but you can go to Discogs and pull up that album, But Merely Flesh, and if there's a copy available in the States, chances are it comes through. I can't remember the name of his site, but on Discogs. But killer stuff, man, absolutely killer. You hear it playing in the background. I wanted to show y'all guys that it comes on a of course, you know, Transcendent Obscurity always does some crazy good stuff with all their releases. You know, I love it, man. Hard to get black vinyl. I'm not sure if they even make black vinyl, but if you can deal with a crazy looking splattered, smattered, scattered like hash browns at the Huddle House colored. Oh, also came with a patch. How cool is that? Ritual Fog. Alright, move on. I can talk about those guys forever. Memphis. And there you guys only thought 3-6 Mafia come out of Memphis. Hey man. What about this one? Carnage. Picked this one up at Rotted. The Day Man Lost, Infestation of Evil, the demos from 1989. This is loaded with goodies. Comes with a book, poster of the cover art, a book with all kind of goodies in it. Big writing for old folks like me. Then it's got some small writing that'll test the eyes of some young folks like many of you. Look how young the guys were back then, man. Check that out. Super cool stuff, man. 2024 release on FOAD Records. Jeff Walker of Carcass actually did this cover art. That was kind of interesting to find that fact out. These guys actually started out as Global Carnage back in '88. And then the same year they went to Carnage up until 1990. There's the guys on the back. They were the third band after Entombed and Tiamat to record at the famous Sunlight Studios there. Swedish death metal at its finest. 2 demos in 89, a split in 90, a full length in 90, and a live in Stockholm recording in 1990, and that was it. This has both demos and the live recording on it, so killer stuff, man. Just comes on black vinyl, but if you get a chance to get this one, I actually picked this up at Rotted Life. Fairly inexpensive. If you get a chance to get this one, man, it's well worth it if you're a Carnage fan, which I'm sure most of you guys watching this who are death metal fans are. So superb, as Mark G says. Here's one that I just got because I always wanted it on vinyl and I missed it when it first come out on vinyl. I actually picked it up on tape when it first come out. I'm talking about Mortuary Spawn, spawned from the Mortuary. This tape, Sewer Rot did the tape, and I always wanted a copy of it on vinyl, and I picked me up a copy. Tomb Tower art here on the cover. This one came out in 2021 on Chamber of Emesis, I believe is the name of the outfit. They did a cassette version, followed by Sewer Rot did a cassette and a CD version. Brutal Cave also did a CD, and this is a dry call with Sewer Rot there. But like I said, I missed it when it came out. Always wanted it, and finally got a chance to get it. Comes to this inner here, just black on the other side. These guys have been at it since 2020. I'm not sure if they're still together. I hadn't heard anything to make me believe they're not, but they had this, and then they had that split with Vacuous back in 23. So long overdue these guys are. Leeds, England, 5-piece. You get 5 tracks on here, a little over 15 minutes of music. There's the track listing, man. Just nasty, filthy, horrible stuff, as Mark would say. Out of Leeds, England, so there must be something in the water over there that produces stuff like this. But again, this one's on black with some pretty cool center labels there. But Mortuary Spawn, and I need to look on there and see if they're showing still active on Metal Archives. Hopefully they are, but I don't know. Those guys over there, man, they do so many different things and so many projects. I'm not saying these guys are, but a lot of those guys in England, they're busy. Busy guys, man. This is one that came as a surprise to me, and I just love it. A band out of the Netherlands that I had never heard of. I think you pronounce it Malflon, and the name of this album is Pure Filth. This one came out in 2022 on Raw Skull Records. This is Bram Bryneel, I don't know how to say it, Bryneel art. Doom Death out of the Netherlands, 5-piece on here. You get 8 tracks. Here's the guys right there. Check out them t-shirts and you'll know what you're getting into. You see the Asphyx, Graceless. Great stuff, man. 8 tracks on this, a little over 30 minutes of music. These guys have been at it since 2012, and I never heard of them. Had demos in 14, 15, and 16. Then this came out. No, excuse me, it had a full length in 18 that I'm trying to track down. Then this is their second full length. Of course, you see the raw skull deal there on the back, but super good stuff. Ben may still have some copies over at Iron Fortress, but I was glad to get it, man. Good stuff. There you go. But if you're familiar with that scene, it's I don't know. When I say that scene, I'm talking about the scene there. Asphyx, Graceless, them guys like that. These guys don't sound exactly like that. The guitars are not as down-tuned as you would think, and the vocals are a little bit different, but Man, this is good stuff, man. I got to track down the rest of their stuff. Malflon, M-O-U-F-L-O-N. Check that out if you haven't, man. I think you'll enjoy it. Like I say, Ben had some copies, but I'm not sure if he still does. This one I got as a gift from the guys up there at That Goat Metal Show on CD, and I seen it was available on vinyl, and I had to grab me a copy. John Zig art is one of the reasons I got it. Check that art out, man. You just got to get it as big as you can get it, man. 1998, this came out on Pathos Productions on CD. Corpse Gristle did this in all 3 formats in 2024. Long Island, New York, brutal death metal. 5-piece, 9 tracks, a little over 35 minutes of music. Killer stuff, man. Killer stuff. I'm not the biggest brutal death metal fan in the world. I like a lot of it. I draw the line at the pig squeal vocals and all that stuff, but this kind of stuff, I guess the early stuff is what I'm more drawn to, and I really enjoy this. They currently split up, but they were active from 95 to 2000, and then they come back in 2004 through 2007. And then they did another stint from 11 to 19, but went on to have 2 more albums. This was their debut full length. 2 more after this. I think they put one out every time they got back together somewhere in there, but this is the only one I've heard. I'm not familiar with the other 2. If anybody knows which one I should go to next, I would do it, but New York death metal. Killer stuff, man. Again, check that John Zig art out. Dehumanized, Prophecies, Foretold. This one come on a red with some yellow in it. I forget what they call that, but pretty cool stuff, man. I love those matte finishes. It's getting real popular with album covers lately that I've noticed. I prefer it to that shiny stuff leaves fingerprints all over it, man. You about got to handle it with gloves. Here's another one that I wasn't familiar with, and I just happened to be going through there sampling some stuff and picked it up. Romasa, however you say it. Insufferable Cave of Rotting Aspiration. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Coffin Crew did this art. Pretty intense if you get a close look at it. The logo there is by Tomorrow's Ghost. Classified as sludge crust from New Orleans, Louisiana. 3 tracks on here. This is a 3-piece on this release. That's all that comes with it. Pretty cool art on the back there. There's the 3 tracks. Guy's been at it since 2017. Don't know what their current status is. They had a full length in 2019, and this is considered an EP. 3 tracks, almost 19 minutes of music. The guitarist, Matt Morin, plays in Congealed Putrescence. If that hits a nerve with any of you death metal, probably gore grind, I think it is. Maybe just straight death metal. Sounds real familiar. Congealed Putrescence. I don't know if I got a copy of that or not. My memory is about like my hair. It only exists in certain spots and it don't stay very long, but check them out if you haven't. New Orleans has a thriving scene down there. Pretty cool labels there. You can see it's behind the mountain labels there. Actually come out on Hand of Death and cassette in 2020. Then this vinyl release is Behind the Mountain. But cool stuff, man. You never can tell what you find when you just go out just noodling around and sampling stuff. Here's one that I'm excited to try to track down the new one, but I want to get it on vinyl. And this is the older one. This is Mortual. Evil Incantation is the name of this EP. 2023 release on Nuclear Winter Records. All 3 formats. The vinyl actually came out in 24, but the CD and cassette was available in 23. Death metal out of Costa Rica. 4-piece, 6 tracks on this one. 21 minutes of music. active since 2015 through 2016 as Sulpurated, 16 to present as Mortual. The new one, let's see, they had, look at my notes here, they had a demo in 17, an EP in 2020, a split with Sonobula in 21, then this EP, then the new debut full length is Altar of Brutality, and that's the one that I really want to get a copy of. I didn't check to see what label it is, but let me tell you about some of these guys that play on here. Our music went off in the background. I'll flip it over. Now, ooh, stepped on the dog. Check the guys out here, man. Let me tell you about them. Guitarist Justin, he actually plays with Necrophirum and Perishing. You've seen both of those bands on here. Juan, the other guitarist, Necrophirum. The drummer, Ramses, several bands to include Phantom and Pudridero, and the bassist Andreas, several bands, and actually plays guitar and does vocals in Cryptum. Lyrics are on the back. So these guys, man, they're talented musicians in several bands that we all know and love. The cover art here on the front is by Bruce Pennington. So killer stuff, man. I picked this one up at Rotted Life. The scene in Costa Rica is just amazing to me, man. Like I say, these guys are active in a bunch of bands. If you haven't heard these guys, this is a good place to start. But I've listened to the new one, streamed some stuff on it, and it is outstanding. 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 Cool labels, man. Mortual. Man, the guys down there at Nuclear Winter are just killing it, man. Just killing it. I'm assuming that's who they're still on, Nuclear Winter, but don't hold me to that. I need to look it up, man, and really pursue getting a copy. I guess I could look it up for you guys while y'all listen to that great music in the back. See, Nuclear Winter, yeah. All three formats came out in July the 5th, so got to find me a copy of that. Last but not least, y'all know I'm a fan of Dipicus, and talking about matte finish, man. This has got that matte finish on it. This killer art here, Hayden Hall art. This is the self-titled. I got a copy of this on CD, maybe a tape too, but try to collect all their stuff, and I didn't have this on vinyl, so I picked it up. Actually showing as a 6-piece on here, out on Crypt of the Wizard. Memento Mori actually did the CD back in 2024. Then Crypt of the Wizard did the vinyl in 2024, and Head Split did the cassette. I think it's the Head Split cassette I've got over there. Maybe so, my eyes aren't good enough to see. Shows 5 people on the back. I don't know where I got 6. Of course, Clarissa does vocal, but a guy named Eric is got something to do with vocals on here. Lyrics to Viper by Eric Johnson. Lyrics, maybe it's Eric Johnson. I'm not sure. Could be all screwed up, but for the most part, female vocals on here, and she does a killer job, man. I'm just a fan of this band. Try to keep up with all that they do. Crazy stuff as usual. Where did I see that? Captured by Matt Harvey in early August 2024 near San Luis Obispo, California. Wilkinson at Earhammer Studio. Greg Wilkinson did the mixing. So, you know, it's a class act all the way around. You know these guys. This is their third full length. You know it. Man, it's good stuff. Check it out if you have not. I'm sure all you guys are familiar with Dipicus. I hear some people say Dipygus. I've never heard the band say their own name, so I don't know how to say it, but I think it's Dipicus. But if you like to say Dipygus, I'll say Dipygus, and you can say Dipicus. We'll take turns. Either way, it's a great album, man. Cool stuff. Again in the background, Ritual Fog, Memphis, Tennessee death metal. It's just absolutely hard to beat, man. I love guttural vocals, but it's so refreshing to hear these shouty, rough, powerful vocals coming from these guys from Memphis, man. Cool stuff. You got to be tough to live in Memphis, brother. That ain't for no sissies, I'm telling you. Memphis is a hard time, and this is good stuff. Killer art by Wanyo. Absolutely killer. Ritual Fog. I appreciate you taking the time to sign it for me in. You is the man, brother. I appreciate y'all. Have a good one. Plasmodulated.